UGC chairman was Professor Satish Chandra, a very well-established, reputed historian himself. Somehow or other, history had no place there. Because in those days the idea was that only subjects in the field of material sciences, the physical sciences, natural sciences, are to have such things. But one exception was made, that was in linguistics. There was a summer institute in linguistics in Mysore. And somehow or other, since I was doing research in which I found myself helpless without linguistics, I went and joined that summer institute. Then when I came back, our department had just started in 1970. I found that there is no provision in the UGC for a summer institute in history. So I contacted Professor Satish Chandra, the UGC chairman, and he said, nobody has asked us to have a summer institute in subjects like history. If you are interested, you go ahead with it. You have full freedom to do that. So he gave me a blank check and all the funds required for that. That was the first summer institute in history in India. And then he asked us to give a set of guidelines based on our experience. Fortunately for us, it was a new department for us, but because we were so new, we didn't know what to do. And we took a list of reputed historians in all the universities in India and got some of the best teachers to come for the institute. I now remember, looking back, I realized that that was a turning point in the history of our department in Calicut University, as well as in the history of historical studies and research in South India, because many of the good, distinguished researchers and teachers in South Indian universities had been there as participants, and Rajan Gurukul was, I remember him, with his eyes full of curiosity, because it was an eye-opener to him and many others, and to ourselves, because we didn't know much about history. I myself had a good degree from Madras University, Madras Christian College, but I never knew anything about research. That was in 53. Rajan and many others who participated. Krishna Ayyar also was there. So we invited Krishna Ayyar and he came happily. He came and stayed with us the whole period and guided the participants in many ways. After that, Rajan Gurukul took his doctorate and worked in the many institutions. Finally, he retired as Vice Chancellor of the Mahatma Gandhi University. So I have great pleasure in remembering that Professor Rajan Gurukul had an occasion to know Prof.K.V. Krishna Ayyar from his early days. This is his second endowment lecture. The first lecture was given last year by Dr. K.V. This is the third one. First was given by K.V. and second was given by Dr. Haridas, who is now in the Calicut University Department of History, a student of K.V. This is the third one, and we are so happy that Professor Krishna Ayyar's relatives are here. Though Miss Ascha is not here to receive the fellow endowment, her parents are here. And also Dr. Oliver No, who in many ways has been the support of such institutions in history, though he is not a professional historian attached with any university or college here. With these few words, I think, business first, I see. Presentation of the Prof.K.V. Krishna Ayyar Scholarship. Oh, that is it. So I now invite Srimati Parvati. I now invite Sri Nilakant to receive the scholarship on behalf of his daughter, who is away from India.
I am very, very happy to be in Calicut. This is my birthplace, and I have lots of pleasant memories with my late grandfather K.V. Krishna. I was literally brought up by him. I have to thank Calicut Heritage Fund for their wonderful work to promote history. History is the subject these days. I'm sorry if offending someone, but everyone knows nowadays history is the subject very much neglected. So the research work done in history is a great thing, and I'm really thankful to Calicut Heritage Fund to promote whatever work my late grandfather has done. Really, thanks a lot.
I would now like to invite Shri Neelakantan to say a few words on behalf of Ms. Archa.
Respected President of the House, Professor N.G.S. Narayanan, and my very close friend and my major speaker of the day, Dr. Rajan Gurugal, Srimati Parvati Swaminathan, Dr. Noam, Sri C.K. Ramachandran, and other dignitaries on and off the dais. Actually, I have no words to talk because I am totally alien to history in that way, because I am an engineer by profession. After seeing Dr. Noam, I think I may also start studying, working on history. He is a doctor who is contributing a lot to history. So an engineer also can do something, getting inspiration from this function. I am really elated to be here, and I am really proud of my daughter, who is in Netherlands, who could not come here to receive this prestigious endowment at this point. But I'm feeling her in my heart when I am standing here. From the very early part of her study, she had decided to be in the field of history. That is her choice. She told she was interested in history and archaeology. So she had chosen history, and she was in Miranda House College for history in Delhi. Then she joined MA in Delhi University, now MPhil, PhD in JNU. And it is her passion that made me to support her in all ways, because nowadays My elder daughter has taken political science. She is doing her PhD. She is almost completing her PhD in JNU. So generally parents will prefer science, engineering or medicine. But as far as we are concerned, it is their preference. So they are going to study and they are going to leave. So I was very happy. My both daughters selected political science and history. And I think they are doing well in their field. I was really proud to hear from Sri Ramchandran sir saying that even last year, I was not knowing that even now, till now, she has her essay, her work was presented for the endowment. And she was only just doing her MPhil, and what he was telling, it came to second position last year even. And he explained that because there were a lot of PhD people. And her ranking was above them even last year. And he mentioned it even in last year's endowment meeting. So I'm really proud of my daughter, and more than everything, I'm really proud to be getting this award from such a honorable person and institution. Because Professor Krishna Ayyar, because just for hearsay, I know how important Krishna Ayyar is for history of Calicut. And I am very thankful to the Calicut Heritage for giving me an opportunity to receive such a prestigious endowment. More than everything, I thank all of you to be present for this function and extend all my hearty thanks to Rajan Gurukul and all other people especially, because they are very close to me in my life also. So it is a great occasion. Thank you all for this participation. Thank you.
Just to mention about this endowment, this scholarship is rupees 25,000 rupees and a citation. Now I would like to request Professor Rajan Gurukul to deliver the endowment lecture.
MGS Narayan, respected Srimati Parvati Swaminathan, afternoon, Mr. C.K. Ramchandran, distinguished personages of the dais, friends. It's immensely gratifying to get myself associated with this endowment lecture, and at the outset, let me express my sincere gratitude for inviting me to deliver this year's lecture. A great honor, and I'm thankful to the organizers of this endowment. As MGS said just now, I never knew what research meant in 1972. In fact, my feeling was that why should people do research? Because it's all done. It's there in many books, and there was no need of research as far as I was concerned. But this 1973 Summer Institute for College Teachers, which Professor N.G.S. Narayan organized, is certainly a turning point in my life, which helped me how one should start mapping one's own ignorance. And also I started experiencing the pleasure of asking questions, both as an expression of one's ignorance and also opening up a world of ignorance. Soon I realized that every historical discovery itself is a discovery is opening a new door to ignorance. So identifying ignorance and then opening new doors of ignorance are not only important in the academic sense, but really exciting personally, that draws a person intimately to the subject matter, and you start experiencing the pleasure of learning. And there also the interesting thing is the researched material communicating with us, and then learning through researched material is in a way a systematic process of unlearning. Earlier I thought that I was learning, I was following standard books, and then I had the feeling that I was really learning. But I started making improvements upon what I learned only when I started listening to historians as teachers in the classroom. And the first historian who came as a teacher in my life was Dr. Krishna Ayyar. Krishna Ayyar is the first historian in my mind speaking to me. Then certainly we had lectures by N.G.S. Narayan, but N.G.S. Narayan had introduced Dr. Krishna Ayyar as his own teacher at that time. And still I remember the kind of lecture that he delivered, communicating at once the centrality of the discipline and also the authority and authenticity of the person himself. As a teacher is communicating, I am the history of these Amorites. It was with that kind of confidence he was delivering lectures. So on the one side, this centrality of the discipline was getting transmitted, and that paid to increase a lot of self-esteem in relation to the discipline.